Hi everyone, Mckaiser Dragon here, and today we have a little talk about Path of Exile and my future league we're going to do. I haven't really seen the preview of the next league. I heard other people talk about it, but I haven't seen it myself, so I know it's dealing with necro stuff. But what is going on with PoE? Where's all the videos with my mage blood and stuff? Well, honestly, I tried out a bunch of builds. I've failed a bunch of builds, and we're gonna go over that. That's the short story. Is and what I'm gonna be planning to do. So I want to talk about this because it brings a little bit of balance to PoE, which people say it doesn't have, but it definitely does. Because I am a dumb player. I'm not good at all. So first we have here our third character. This is my third character. It is a RF character. I would say probably my strongest RF character so far. It just has, it's supposed to be a mage blood here. It just has a lot of defensive layers. I won't say a lot. It has enough defensive layers so I can run T16 maps. The mods though, if it gets a bit too crazy or if monsters get a little bit too, I have no clue, I'll just call it crazy. I can just die. I do suffer from not having not enough damage. The damage part of these types of builds is actually any type of build is going to be the most challenging part for me in the game. Honestly, defensive layer too, because like I said, I just suck. So, upon making my first two characters, let's go back to them. I honestly don't know which one was first. I feel like it was the Onslaught one. I thought this Onslaught build was going to be cool, and for the most part, it kind of is. I mean, it's cool, but it's not good. There's a very big difference. And as you see, I run very, very fast. The mage blood is on this character. 200% movement speed. We have the Onslaught body armor. We have Onslaught 100% there, so 100% on the chest. I have some Onslaught charms that I was supposed to put on this build. I have Onslaught on the tree, which is like almost another 100%. So I was supposed to be running crazy amount of attack speed, movement speed, so I don't have to do it on the tree. Just get a bunch of damage and just, you know, I thought it was going to be easy mode, but what it turns out to be, I don't have any defensive layers, so 75 all res is not good enough in this game. Physical damage reduction is kind of meaningless. I was trying to get up my spells, spell suppression chance up. That's still not good enough. We do have this right here to get. I think I did unlearn some of it, and then I was also testing out if Fizz damage was better or Elemental. I would say Elemental is easier. Fizz is more expensive, and yeah, just things aren't looking up for this character. I didn't know what to do after that, so I quit this character to make a bow build, which was this guy. I'm just gonna say this was my second character, Mage Blood. I did turn it into a Magic Find build after that, after leveling up, and it still didn't work. But that was after. But before that, it was a Lightning Arrow build, and I still failed at making it. I couldn't really get past T5 maps, and I would die constantly. As you see, my health pool isn't that great. even with the other guy I had, like. But yes, at the same time, it's my first character, and I'm not great with bow characters anymore. I was never great. I don't know what I'm talking about, but usually I do better with bow builds, but actually no, I don't. Thinking about it, never mind. I don't do better with bow builds. It's just, I thought it would clear more than it would, but I just don't know how to play bow builds, man. Like, so I don't know. I don't know how to play this game. So then the third character was that one. Fourth character is this is after I found the Mage Blood and I wanted to make a actual strong build after a while because I was doing ultimatums and this and that, and I thought, oh, maybe I can make something now. So this is we are actually going to graph the stuff from my other character, which is I have no clue where it's on. Oh yeah, Onslaught. All right.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
All right, so I took this build from online. This is definitely not my build. Oh, where's my vortex? So it's I think it's supposed to be like an arc build, right? But I was just like, I'm not liking arc. I want something else, and vortex was honestly the next best thing. So basically, this is a power charge, crit character. You gain a lot of crit, a lot of power charge, and then a lot of the power charges is has this crit chance. Oh, critical strike multiplier per power charge. So I'm supposed to have like 10 or 11 power charges, but the most I have is 9. You just run around and you just vortex in 688 damage. That's probably the highest damage numbers I've seen. So trying to get a curse on. I have no clue what I'm doing with the curse. Oh, I have Frostblink. So I Frostblink and it curses them, and then they take even more damage. The only thing I don't have like good defensive layers, so like I may have like a decent amount of ES, but I still die way too fast. We'll talk about that soon. But yes, this is probably my strongest build I have ever. And what I mean by strongest, I mean the highest damage build I have ever played. After that, I saw Penitence Brand, and I thought I could make that, but I got bored. I got bored of making characters, so because just before that, actually, I was trying to do something. I was trying to make like my own build, or try to go off of like other people's, and it was supposed to be a. This was supposed to be a fire dot build, where I just find a skill that works really well, and and then it turned into trying to make, where is it? What's the skill called? Blazing Salvo good with this thing, and it just sucked. I don't know what I'm doing, so it just sucked. Then I try to make this a RF Magic Find build, since I saw that and I thought it was pretty good. I got the stuff for it. I mean, it works, but I'm still probably missing some defensive layers. So my version of it sucks. It is pretty nice, but like I said, I don't know what I'm doing in this game, so And I'm also dumb. I didn't have music playing for this whole time. Alright. So basically, I'm kinda done with this league mentally, because I also changed around my atlas, right? So this is a Magic Find atlas, and I spent all my atlas reskinning on just changing it up a lot. And now, like, I could go out and like change it back, but I kind of just don't want to. So, like, I want to make big currency. I don't want to make like 1 or 2 divines a day. And people are like, how are you not making like 100 divines a day? I'm just like, trust me, when I say I'm bad at this game, I am bad. So back to, you know, PoE balancing. PoE is, you gotta know what you're doing in PoE, or else you're not gonna go that far. And following a build is a good way to just do the content, but not truly understand the content. I'm also trying to understand what I'm doing, and trying to make builds is like really rough. Like, most builds have mana issues, so you gotta learn how to fix that. Oh, and then you need to be tanky in some type of way, and then you need more defensive layers on top of that, and then you need even more defensive layers on top of that. And I hate dying, so, but I also hate trying to kill slowly, because I also tried like a slower killing build, but like, if you're not killing them, they are killing you. So I feel like the balance is a little bit too high on monsters killing you. And I don't know. It's really rough game, but I do have fun with PoE. So next league, I am very split on trying to make a different build, or just going RF first. Like, honestly, I'm still probably gonna go RF. How far I take RF? If I go RF first, I might just collect some currency and then try a new build. Or do I just try to make the first build I make good? Because playing, like, that's the other thing, playing through the campaign in this game. Like, Acts 1 through 5 is just fine for me, but going Acts 6 through 10, it really brings me down a few pegs. And each time I have to keep doing it. And doing it with, like, a bad build is so much worse. Ooh, I don't want to do it no more. That's why I stopped the Penitence brand. Well, that's one of the reasons. The other reason is I don't believe I can make that build good. And it's basically the crit build, but like, if I'm gonna do it, I'll just do it on standard or something. At least I have a Mage Blood, so Mage Blood and Headhunter, so I'm happy about that. Kalandra's Touch. I actually have a bunch of uniques that are usually out of my reach. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll have to see what type of balance changes they're doing to certain skill gens. That also influences what skill I might want to try out. Yeah. I don't know why, but I thought I could make like a Reeve build, and then I tested it out, and then I was just like super dumb, and I saw how hard it was, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I just canceled that little project. I was trying to do like a burning Reeve build where I just take Avatar of Fire and then just like go crit or something. Honestly, I didn't even think of it that far. I just wanted like big AoEs with swords. In this game, you don't get to hold on to those types of sentiments unless you know what you're doing. PoE is a different type of fun. We'll put it at that. Different type of fun. It's not like the super simple type of fun you get to have where, oh, I have this plan for a build, let me test it out, and then, I mean, it worked out alright, I did enough damage, but, you know, it's not that, you know, no, it's like, you test out a build and it's like, man, that build super sucked. I just didn't have enough currency. The build took way too long to get through the campaign. I was just drained. But yeah, other than that, yeah, tell me your thoughts on the next league. If you want to throw some currency at me, leave a comment down below. I'll hop on and I'll take that extra currency. Other than that, thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out the Patreon, check out the other YouTube videos, and we'll see you guys next time. Dragon the Abyss gone.
どう考えても父の死は不思議なことだらけ。私は必ずその真相を突き止めなければならない。